There can be a lot of fear involved in dating with a disability, but I'm here today to try to dispel some of that fear and help you realize where you might actually be lying to yourself when it comes to dating with a disability so that you can get your confidence and swag back on. Welcome, my Phoenix family. I think one of the most common myths, actually in general, of disabled people is a lot of us think that we have to be this positive, inspirational version of ourselves, like, all the time. And this plays into dating because you might feel like you're kind of having to perform for other people and feel like you can never really talk about the hard things that come along with having a life-changing disability that has completely disrupted everything you knew and loved up to this point. And the simple thing is, it's just not true. Like, you have the ability and the right to be able to talk about the hard things along with the good things that you've learned with your disability. And I think it's really important if you are in some kind of relationship with someone, even if it's just a dating relationship, maybe you're not even officially a relationship yet, but I do think it's very important for you to be able to talk about the good things and the bad things that come along with a disability, because if you're not able to have that level of vulnerability with someone, you're gonna really struggle in a relationship later on. Sometimes you might also think that it could be safer to date someone that has a disability as well. And sometimes that can work out, but I think a lot of the times it doesn't work out, at least like in my experience, because they may have a disability where both of us would not be able to like fully care for ourselves. And that's where it can become more of an issue if we both have substantial disabilities that just like don't mix well with each other. But shared experiences in having a disability doesn't actually guarantee that you're going to be compatible with someone. The reality is you gotta find somebody that you are compatible with in several different areas. Like, if you don't align with each other in your religious beliefs, for example, that can be a major source of contention for people. Or if you both have completely different spending habits or saving habits, that also can be a source of a lot of fighting in a relationship. So the third lie that people might be telling themselves about dating with a disability is that you have to be symptom-free in order to be loved. So this goes for chronic pain and chronic illnesses, or any kind of sort of chronic condition that you might feel like you have to be kind of like symptom-free and rid of that disability in order for you to be lovable. But the reality is that this is definitely rooted in fear, or maybe even some discomfort with your own disability. And if you're waiting to get better before you start dating somebody, you're gonna be waiting a very, very, very long time. So I'm here to tell you that even on the worst days where your symptoms are haywire and you feel like total trash, and you might even be in a flare where you're flat in bed, you're still a lovable person. Your worth doesn't change just because you're having a struggle with all of these conditions that, yes, can be quite annoying and terrible and awful. The reality is that even though your physical capability might be lacking in some areas, that doesn't mean that your relationship is going to be unequal, or that there's not a way that you can find for both of you to contribute to household chores if you live together. For example, I already do my own laundry and I do the dishwasher at my house now. And so you will find ways of dividing your household chores or the responsibilities that need to be done within the relationship, especially if you want that relationship to work out and to be something that is sustainable for a long time moving forward. All right, so this last one is something that I myself have fallen victim to. And it's the lie that I need to have total independence before I can really have a relationship work out. But the thing is that total independence is loneliness. If you are completely 100% independent and you don't rely on anyone else or choose to let anyone else into your life, that's not a life that I particularly want to live. On the other hand, Do I wish that I had more independence as a young adult? Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, if I spend my entire life wishing that I had what other people have, I mean, it's just gonna drive me crazy in the head. So I have to try to just accept what is and look at things with the perspective of there's always things that I can learn how to do better when it comes to my independence. And I think as long as I'm working towards trying to have that independence, or even just trying to be able to pay someone to be an aid to me, then I am moving forward with my life, and I am making that effort to be a good partner to the person that eventually I want to spend my life with. But I get it, because I used to think that being up in my prosthetic for several hours a day was the only way that I was going to be able to have a successful relationship. And yes, I might not have a relationship right now, and I might not have had a relationship work out, but I also know that this is how it is. It may not get much better than it is now, where I can only wear my prosthetic a little bit, and sometimes I can't even get it on at all in a day. Is that fact heavy? Yes. But it is not something that's going to ultimately keep me from being able to find my person. And yes, like, it is a difficult dating scene out there right now. I understand that, like, even for able-bodied people. But I do want to give everyone some hope as well, that even though you might feel like right now you might not be lovable because of your disability, I want to tell you that that is completely and utterly false. There are people out there who will love you, not in spite of your disability. They will not pity you because of your disability, but they will love you for the strength that it takes to get through some of this crazy stuff. And they're probably really going to love the fact that you have resilience, that you have shown resilience. And resiliency is not the absence of struggling with something. Resiliency is the ability to have a really hard day and, like, maybe even emotionally completely fall apart, and then in the next moment to pick up the pieces and to pick up yourself and to say, no, I don't want to spend my life like this. And then to move forward. To all of you in the Phoenix family, it's your choice to be a Phoenix, and that is why I love having the Phoenix as a symbol of my channel, because all of us with a disability have that power to choose for ourselves, to rise above it, and to come out of the other side of a life-changing disability better and stronger and more compassionate people than maybe we were before. Alrighty, so if you want to see the next video where I'm going to be role-playing some good dates and some good things to look out for and ways to even advocate for yourself on a date, you can click over here. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!